Just as the sun was rising, hundreds of Fort Bliss soldiers, led by Major General Howard B. Bromberg and Command Sergeant Major David Davenport, ran in honor of the Buffalo Soldiers' legacy during the annual Buffalo Soldiers Run. Soldiers ran around the Buffalo Soldier Memorial located by Robert E. Lee Gate, marking its 10-year anniversary here at Bliss. These soldiers have a long-standing history and legacy at Fort Bliss, serving for nearly 50 years and no doubt leaving their mark in history. Reporting for Fort Bliss, I'm Samantha Reho. April marks the month of the military child, celebrating and thanking those children who have parents serving the nation in uniform. Dakota Dalton, age 12 and band manager for the Edge Garage Band, explains one of the perks of being a military child.
Well, we actually get to travel, unlike kids whose parents aren't in the military, so we get to see many different places and experience many different things.
Fort Bliss has a multitude of organizations designed to serve military children of all ages, from toddlers to teenagers. In addition to providing activities for military kids, Julie Middlestat, a parent-to-parent transitional specialist, says that the parents play a major role in encouraging their children to get involved despite the many transitions.
So we provide workshops for parents that will provide resources and ideas to work with their children and make transitions smoother, because as you know, every time you change to a new location, there are a lot of challenges involved.
However, laying the foundation and having military children get involved on post is so important in building their confidence level, according to Susan Goss, Edge Program Director.
And you know, these kids are fantastic, and they sacrifice a lot to be military kids, and I think it's just wonderful that we are finally trying to find ways to bring them back into the community.
A list of all the Month of the Military Child events on post can be found by calling Fort Bliss MWR. Reporting for Fort Bliss, this is Samantha Reho. The annual Battle of the Mines tournament has Fort Bliss soldiers and 8th grade students fighting to take home the top prize.
A is correct, 10 points.
McGoffin Middle School hosted a student rally in support of the event to promote school spirit and healthy competition.
Team Bliss. A is correct, 10 points.
Both teams held a tight race until the final question, where McGoffin prevailed over the soldiers.
McGoffin Lobos 280 and Team Bliss 270.
Reporting for Fort Bliss, this is Samantha Reho. Even though Earth Day comes once a year, the Fort Bliss Environmental Division is doing their best to convince school-age students that they can do their part in taking care of the Earth every single day. Hundreds of students participated in dozens of hands-on activities designed to teach them about sustainability and the environment.
So you want to drink dirty water? Like Of course not.
Bliss Elementary student Autumn shares how she does her part to protect the environment.
You can pick up paper, pick up plastic bottles, and pick up cans.
Vendors from all over the area provided interactive displays so the children might hold on to these important lessons at an early age.
We'd like to instill early stewardship about the environment and encourage the kids to celebrate it every day.
Reporting for Fort Bliss, this is Samantha Reho.
The bottom jaw has flat teeth like that too, and they can.
Engines revved and helmets were secured as hundreds of motorcyclists participated in the Armed Forces Motorcycle Safety Ride here at Fort Bliss. The event promoted motorcycle safety to members of the Armed Forces, their family members, military retirees, and many more.
The Army has really, in the last couple of years, stepped up the safety awareness of motorcycle riders.
Motorcyclists rode in unison throughout El Paso, even making a trek through the Franklin Mountains despite windy and cold weather. But regardless of experience, Staff Sergeant Daniel Davenport, a coordinator of the event, stressed the importance of respecting the road and other drivers.
And that you have to respect the bike and the drivers that's on the road, and also the drivers on the road need to be able to respect the people that are on the bike and look out for them. So with programs like this and motorcycle mentors, it helps for the soldiers to understand the concept of having a motorcycle on the road with cars.
Reporting for Fort Bliss, this is Samantha Reho. The Fort Bliss Army Community Service recently reopened its doors after 2 years of construction and refurbishing. Members of the Bliss community were eager to reopen the doors, including ACS Chief Peggy Brown.
We are thrilled to be able to be back in our home the way it should be.
ACS plays a major part in the lives of Bliss soldiers and their families, as it provides an accolade of services during periods of crisis and military transitions. Reporting for Fort Bliss, this is Samantha Reho. More efficient ways to use renewable energy has Fort Bliss planning and preparing for a more sustainable future. One resource being explored is solar power. El Paso, having more than 300 days of sun each year, is a perfect environment for this renewable energy source.
And between those 360 days, we average about between 6 to 8 hours of sun a day. So right there, it just tells you alone that we have all the sun that we need to make solar power really affordable here in El Paso and Fort Bliss.
With the influx of soldiers headed to Fort Bliss, leadership is doing their part in incorporating these renewable energy resources into our everyday life. Fort Bliss currently spends around $19 million per year in energy consumption. But if all goes according to their plans, Bliss could reach energy independency by 2025.
Well, Fort Bliss is only getting bigger, so if everyone did their part, it would help the entire installation. And not only that, it would give the soldiers an idea of seeing that, hey, we're doing something better to help the environment.
Reporting for Fort Bliss, this is Samantha Reho. Fort Bliss military spouses were honored and thanked for their commitment to their soldier and the Army at an event hosted by Army Community Service. Military Spouse Appreciation Day is celebrated worldwide the Friday before Mother's Day as a way to honor the military spouse.
So we do a concerted effort Army-wide to make sure we do something on this day to honor our military spouses because they are so important.
Spouses participated in a host of interactive workshops, ranging from cupcake decorating to Texas Hold'em, even to salsa dancing. While times can be difficult with deployed soldiers, one spouse offered her words of advice to encourage others in times of difficulty.
Have a lot of patience and understanding because our life is full of change and the change is going to come really quick sometimes. Sometimes it's planned out, and even if it is planned out, it could change.
Reporting for Fort Bliss, this is Samantha Reho.
We've listed everything that goes into each bag.
One FRG group prepared complimentary gift bags for single soldiers with 1st Battalion, 77th Armored Regiment, due to a ride back to Bliss after a year-long deployment downrange. With the help of sponsors and monetary donations, the unit's FRG members were able to fill 280 bags with a host of items, ranging from toiletries to snack foods. The hope is that each bag will save a tired soldier from having to make a trip shopping once returning home. Reporting for Fort Bliss, this is Samantha Reho. The highly anticipated opening of Freedom Crossing at Fort Bliss will have certain greener drivers parking closer to the front. Major General Keith L. Thurgood, AAFE's commanding general, recently announced that 5% of the 2,355 parking spots at Bliss will be reserved for low-emitting and fuel-efficient vehicles. This will help with the influx of visitors, as approximately 900 job openings will become available once construction is over in fall of 2010. Reporting for Fort Bliss, this is Samantha Reho.